Tory Lanez, the once high-flying rapper known for his chart-topping hits and flashy lifestyle, is now fighting for survival behind bars, and not in the way most fans expected. Word just broke through TMZ and other sources that Tory Lanez was stabbed in prison and rushed to the hospital. The news hit like a bolt of lightning, catching fans off guard and igniting a firestorm of speculation across the internet. But this wasn't just some minor scuffle. According to reports, the attack was serious enough to require immediate hospitalization. And if you've been following Tory's recent updates, the whole thing paints a wild, dangerous, and raw picture of life behind the prison walls. Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, has been serving time after being convicted in connection to the 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. And whether you believe Tory was wrongfully convicted or not, there's one thing nobody can deny. The man has been vocal about not receiving special treatment in prison. From dropping music from behind bars to appearing on video calls during riots, Tory has shown time and again that he's right there in the mix, living a life far from the protected celebrity bubble people might expect. In fact, Tory has openly stated that he's running fades back-to-back, prison slang for fistfights. No protective custody, no isolation, no celebrity perks. Just cold concrete, tension, and real gang politics. He said it himself. He's in the trenches with everybody else. And that's what makes this story even more chilling. When a rapper says he's not ducking any fades and refuses to be isolated, you admire the courage, but you also understand the risk. Because in prison, every fight could turn fatal. It's not just fists flying. Shanks come out. Blood gets spilled. And on that yard, where time slows and eyes stay locked on every movement, Tory Lanez became a target. According to reports, the stabbing happened early in the morning. No official footage or images have surfaced yet, but insiders say it occurred on the prison yard, one of the most dangerous places in any correctional facility. There's no word yet on Tory's current condition, but the fact that he had to be rushed to the hospital says a lot. It wasn't a scratch. It wasn't a jab. This was a real prison-style stabbing. And when you hear phrases like, "rushed to the hospital," coming out of a high-security facility, you know it was bad. Just days before the incident, Tory posted an image that had fans buzzing. The man looked bulked up, like he'd been training hard every day, turning push-ups and burpees into a way of life. According to his update, he'd been doing 400 push-ups, 600 burpees, and 1,000 pull-ups a day. That's the kind of grind that screams, "I'm staying sharp." And with that same post, he let fans know that his second album from prison is completely finished. Mixed, mastered, ready to drop. New genre, new vibes. A full rebrand called Bass. Dropping summer 2025. All that momentum, all that build-up, suddenly put on hold by a prison yard stabbing. It's almost surreal. 1 minute, you're reading about album releases and workout regimens. The next, you're hearing that the artist is clinging to life, or at least recovering from stab wounds in a hospital bed. Tory Lanez's prison journey was already wild, but this just took things to another level. And you know what's really striking? This isn't the first time Tory has been close to danger while incarcerated. In a past video interview, he mentioned that a riot broke out while he was on a jail call. It's not like he's just talking tough. This man has been in it. Concrete walls, iron bars, raw violence, and the fact that he stayed in general population, refusing protective custody despite his celebrity status, shows that he wasn't faking for clout. But this same decision may have made him a bigger target. Because in prison, fame isn't always power. It can be a liability. Every prison yard has a pecking order. And sometimes, taking down someone famous is a twisted way for other inmates to gain respect or clout. Was this stabbing a random act of violence? Was it personal? Was someone trying to make a name for themselves by targeting a high-profile inmate? These are the questions that fans and insiders alike are asking. And until more details emerge, all we can do is speculate. But one thing is clear. Tory Lanez is living a very real version of the prison experience. No filters, no glamour, no short sentences with celebrity treatment. And as much as he's tried to turn his prison time into motivation, dropping albums, working out, staying positive, there's no escaping the reality that prison is brutal. And now, That brutality has come crashing down in the most violent way possible. For Megan Thee Stallion fans, this might feel like karma. After all, her supporters have been vocal in demanding justice for years. And when the verdict finally came down convicting Tory, many felt it was a long time coming. So now, as the news of the stabbing spreads, some corners of the internet are openly celebrating. It's a twisted part of internet culture, where people cheer for pain if it feels like payback. But no matter how you feel about Tory Lanez, there's a much bigger truth hiding behind all the headlines. This story isn't just about one man. It's about the unforgiving nature of the prison system. It's about how quickly things can spiral from routine to deadly. It's about how fame fades when you're surrounded by concrete walls and steel doors. And it's about how, in the end, survival has nothing to do with Billboard charts or platinum plaques. Right now, the music world is holding its breath. Will Tory make a full recovery? Will he go right back to recording and training once he's released from the hospital? Will he finally ask for some protection now that things have escalated? Or will he keep standing on principle, choosing pride over safety? That's the million-dollar question. Because while Tory Lanez might be a star outside the prison gates, inside those walls, he's just another inmate, another man trying to survive, another target in a place where every second could be your last. The next update might come from a hospital bed, or it might come from another jail phone recording. Either way, one thing's for sure, this story isn't over. Fans are divided. Some are praying for him, calling for peace and justice. Others are posting laughing emojis and saying it's what he deserves. But even the most divided audience can agree on one thing. This was a brutal reminder that fame can't protect you from the realities of prison life. Not when you're surrounded by men with nothing to lose. Not when you're running fades back to back. Not when the game turns deadly. So now, all eyes are on the next headline. Will Tory speak out? Will the prison system confirm more details? Will there be an investigation into who stabbed him and why? Or will this just be another story swept under the rug of hip-hop's dark and violent underbelly? Stay tuned, because whether you love him, hate him, or just can't look away, Tory Lanez's prison story just turned into a full-blown nightmare. And for everyone watching from the outside, it's a chilling reminder of how quickly things can go left, no matter how tough, talented, or famous you are. This is real life, real blood, real stakes. And whatever happens next, one thing is for sure. Tory Lanez's name just got etched into the brutal history of celebrity incarceration in a way that nobody saw coming.